Hi everyone, I want to talk a little bit about Druid's Hurricane and how I think it could potentially be pretty insane in the late game. Everyone knows those memes, 17 damage and all that stuff. And yeah, of course, Hurricane is not really supposed to be like some super crazy DPS skill on its own. It's a support skill, it's slowing, it gets vulnerable, it does have a lot of utility built in, and it is also for free, so you don't have to spend resources on it. Obviously, this is something that is not really supposed to be like super powerful just like that. And additionally, it has a really long duration, so of course an individual tick of the skill is also rather low damage. So there are various factors that contribute to that 17 damage meme, but as you can see here, it can be way more as well. So the combo that I'm using to achieve this is Provocation with Hurricane. So there is a passive on a Druid in the Wrath cluster that gives you a guaranteed overpower every 20 seconds. And you can actually use this effect for any other skill. It doesn't have to be a werebear skill. You just need to be a werebear. So it generally synergizes with Polarize and this kind of werebear playstyle, but this is not the only way to make this happen. As long as you are in werebear form, you will get your overpowers every 20 seconds. And guess what? Hurricane has exactly 20 seconds cooldown actually. So that sounds like a really good combo to me. Now, of course, there is a bit of timing involved. It's not that easy to just like blindly press Hurricane whenever you want to. You do have to track your stacks. You can see this here. This is like this slowly stacking up Provocation buff on the bar, and it goes up to 20. And then the next time you use any skill, it will be overpowered. So this can even hit your basic attack, for example. And you gotta be a bit careful of this. It's not really that easy to use. But you can, for example, just like swing into the air, transform into a werebear to get your stacks. And then I'm carrying those 20 stacks until I find the right target, and I just press the Hurricane button and everything around me melts. So this is the combo here. Now, if you tried this passive in the service time, it was actually bugged, and sometimes it was just randomly dropping the stacks, as you can see here now. I went to 7 stacks and they just disappeared. I can show this again. And sometimes also they would not even start stacking immediately again, despite me being a werebear. So there is a bit of a problem here with this passive because it's just bugged. But when it works, and well, it will work consistently once that bug is fixed, I think it's going to be a pretty nasty combo with this Hurricane. And this is not the only synergies you can have with Hurricane. So first of all, there's the Endless Tempest passive that gives 15% duration, so 8 seconds becomes 9.2 seconds. So you already get +1 tick there, and it has roughly half uptime or so without any other synergies. And then there's also a very powerful skill-specific aspect in the game for Hurricane, the aspect of the Tempest that gives you 15% increased damage while active. So on the 9th second of Hurricane, you're going to have a bonus of 135%, so this averages out to almost 70% bonus damage from this aspect here as well. So those, maybe 15 to 20 ticks become like 200 ticks from overpowering, and then they get like another 70% bonus on average. So we're talking about something like 300, 350 damage ticks or so on my level 20 Druid if you have this. In fact, the maximum ticks are actually going to be like 500 or so. I just took the average here to kind of give an idea of how strong this can be. On top of this, there's yet another potentially insane combo that goes with this whole thing, which is the symbiotic aspect that actually allows you to have permanent Hurricane. So this might actually be potentially busted in a way that you can stack this aspect that you just saw infinitely. But we'll have to see if this is actually the way that this works. No one has really tried this yet because we didn't have access to those key passives at the bottom of the tree. In any case, all I wanted to achieve with this video is to promote a little bit of like outside of the box thinking for, even something like Hurricane that probably most people consider the biggest meme skill in the game. So even a kind of like supporting, free skill to use can actually be extremely powerful with the right combo. And there's tons of other mechanics on other classes, on the Druid itself, that also have this outside of the box potential. Maybe along those lines, you may have some other really crazy, interesting ideas that may or may not work out when the game comes out, but I'd be quite curious to hear about them. And let's see what happens. Hope you liked this video, and see you guys next time.